Hello everyone, Joel here, and welcome back to another episode. So here I have my best friend and guest host for today, Vinood.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's great to be here. Great to be a part of the show. I've
Yes.
been a fan of your show for a while now. I've been supporting it, watching it, giving it likes,
All right, thank you.
supporting it, telling people about it too as well.
Yeah, see, yeah,
Trying to spread word, word of mouth.
that's what you guys used to be doing too. Make sure I'm just trying my best to always promote this channel and get it up there. And it's something I always wanted to do and I haven't done at all on this channel, so it's something different. So today's topic we're going to talk about is on our top 5 most hated things in games, and it's going to be on old school games, like retro games. So number 1, I'll start off with it. That's fine. All right.
Yeah,
so
cool.
number 1 is with JRPGs. You know, I'm a big fan of JRPGs. If anybody doesn't know about that, I always play with JRPGs. Love them since a child, since the PS1 days. And one thing I hate is actually a game I recently played, which is Final Fantasy 3.
That's real old school.
Yeah, on the PSTV. On the PSTV because I have it modded. And that game, oh my god, guys, that game is. I finally got to the last part of the game, like the boss, and I've been like the whole time I've been playing. I've never ran from a battle at all, and then all of a sudden when I get to that final boss, I can't beat the boss. He has like one hit, this one attack that takes away 9999, and then you just die. And I looked online to see how can I beat him, and people were saying you have to grind to level 65, and I'm only in like level 45. So I'm like, I'm not grinding that
20
long.
levels?
Yeah, 20 levels. You know how much grinding that I have to be? So I'm like, oh no, forget that. This is what I hate about these old school games, and they suck.
Yeah, man, that's one of the reasons why. I mean, I'm not as big on JRPGs like you, but I've played some in the past. Like I played some of the Final Fantasies, like 7, 8, 9, 10. So, but I never went that far back.
Yeah.
But from what you're saying, yeah, I would not like it as well. If I have to keep grinding in order just to beat one boss, yeah, I'm turning that shit off.
Yeah. Once they told me that, I was like, you know what? Forget it. If anything, I can look online for the ending, and that would be it. I'm telling you guys, I was not gonna grind that long in that game. And they was telling me there was a certain area of the game you're supposed to level up easy. It's called I think Bahamut's Lair or something like that. But that place doesn't give you much experience because I was already there, previously in the game, because that's where you get him as a summoning. Because you can get summonings in that game too, like Bahamut, Odin, all the like, I would say the more the traditional summoners from the Final Fantasy series, like him, Leviathan, all those.
Gotcha.
But there's not much levels. I mean, experience you get from those places. So like, what are they talking about? So yeah, so that's what I hate. That's my number 1 pick. And
I guess for anyone who's played Final Fantasy 3 and actually beat the game, if you have any like tips and tricks or advice to give Joel, feel free to help him out, man.
I doubt it.
Leave a comment. How did you guys beat the boss? What did you do? Is there a faster way, easier way to grind, to level up? If not,
I doubt it. Cause
explain how you went through that hell just to defeat that game, to beat the boss and beat the game.
I doubt it. Cause I looked up online on Google and Reddit, all that stuff, and that's what they told me to do. So I don't know. But that's my number 1. So I mean, my first one. All right.
For me, it's. Remember playing all these old school video games, like on the PS1, for example, and the loading times were so annoying. So long, so annoying. You're like, what the hell? Like, I'll give you a perfect example. One of my favorite games on PlayStation 2 is SmackDown 2. And that game is a really good game. But one knock that game has for me is the long loading times. Sometimes it goes from loading screen to another loading screen.
Oh, damn.
And then the match starts. I'm like, come on, as a kid, I don't know how I had the patience for that. Now, if I was to play that game again, I don't know how I would tolerate it.
And which one was it again? The SmackDown?
SmackDown 2 for the PlayStation 1.
Oh, that one.
That one was really good, man.
Yeah,
It had a lot of unlockables, a lot of characters, a lot of legends. You can even play as managers.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You use Paul Bear in the game. You can even play as the Stooges, which was Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson.
Oh, I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really great game, but the loading screens was annoying.
I actually didn't remember about the loading screens, but I had SmackDown 1 and 2 on the PS1, and I had a lot of fond memories of it because me and my older brother, we used to love playing that game. Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah,
that game was great.
Another game that is a good game but has long loading screens. I know you played it recently with Jackie Chan Stuntmaster.
Oh my god. Yeah, if you guys have ever played on the PS1, oh my god, because I had tried out download on a PlayStation Classic, and that game, oh my god, it took so long to finally start the game. And when I started the game, I was like, what is this? it's okay, but you know that just that long loading time is what I had a problem with. I didn't like it at all. That sucked. So yeah, you're right. I don't like games like that. It's terrible. And that's all right. So that's number 2. For me, I would say my third one now, since we're doing our top 5. I'd say my third one, another one with the JRPGs, and it also pertains to Final Fantasy 3 again, but also other old school RPGs, like this. And that is when you're inside of a dungeon and there's no save point. So it's like, if you're about to die, like you're low in health, you barely have potions left, you barely have Phoenix Downs left to revive people. How am I gonna finish this dungeon? Cause you already know these RPGs. When you get to the final part of the dungeon, you have to fight a boss. So how am I gonna beat the boss if there's no place to heal or no place to save? And like, what are you gonna do? The only way how I was able to do that, by the way, in Final Fantasy 3 on the PS TV, because with the PSP emulator, you can have the save stats. So that's how I was able to beat some of these dungeons, because I just use the save stats as a way to save and beat it. So it's like, come on, why don't you have these stuff in JRPGs in a dungeon? You're going through a dungeon with so many floors, but you have no place to heal, no place to save. You're running low on stuff. There's nobody to buy things from. Like, what am I supposed to do? I really hate that so much in JRPGs. I really do.
Pretty much when you die, you have to go all the way back from the last save point,
Yeah.
because there was no save point.
Yeah,
in
if you
the
die,
dungeon.
if you die in a dungeon, you got to start back from you being outside the dungeon on the raw map or something like that.
Imagine
Yeah.
you're almost done with that dungeon and you're out of health. And the last enemy defeats you. It could be not even a boss, just a regular enemy. Hit you with an attack, you're dead. Game over. You have to load all the way back from the beginning. That would suck.
Oh, it's true. But that's why I don't like with JRPGs. I can't stand that. I know a lot of the more modern ones, you can save at any moment. Like anywhere you're in a dungeon, you can go in the menu and save. They don't even use the save points anymore anyways. They just use go in the menu and you save. But that's good, that's fine. But these old school games, oh my god, that's crazy.
To be honest with you, I don't blame them.
So
Because, perfect example, I was playing the Switch, and I have the Super Nintendo app, and I was playing the old Donkey Kong countries, and those games, oh my goodness, can be challenging.
Yeah, they are.
You already know how old school platformers are.
Yeah. I was never really a big fan of Donkey Kong series just because of that. I was mostly more of a Mario person back then. But I've grown to like it a little bit more now, since I play a little bit more of them. I have a few on the Super Nintendo and stuff. So yeah, those I have physical, by the way.
So that's an example of I use the save points that they give you in the game.
Yeah.
That you can create at any time. That's on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Like how you were talking about how people, when they play old school JRPGs, they use the save points.
They use the save stats in the emulators. Yeah, I forgot.
Yes. I do that on the Switch too for that game.
Yeah. So number 4 would be.
For me, when you play fighting games and you're fighting that final boss in the fighting game, and you just need 1 or 2 hits more just to defeat the enemy, and all of a sudden he just comes out of nowhere, catches you with a combo that's unblockable, and you end up losing the fight. You know how annoying that is? Oh my goodness. I'll give you a perfect example. Imagine playing, remember the old Street Fighter games, and you're fighting Bison.
Oh, yes.
And you're about to defeat him in 1 hit, and he just comes out of nowhere and catches you with a combo.
Yes, Bison was annoying. Bison, oh my god. Yeah. Where you gonna continue?
Another example is for anybody who's played Mortal Kombat 11, fighting Kronika. You already know how that battle is.
I already know. You said Mortal Kombat 11?
Yes, the newest one.
Yeah.
Fighting Kronika in the story mode. Oh my goodness. When you think you're about to win, she just comes out of nowhere and catches you with a combo, and some of her moves are unguardable. So even when you're blocking, it breaks your guard.
Wow.
It can be annoying, man. It can be annoying. You already know, people who love fighting games like me, you know what it's like when you fight those bosses at the end and you know you're about to win, and then they catch you.
I didn't know that, honestly, because with me, oh my god, the last Mortal Kombat I ever played was, I think, Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo. And or the Genesis, one of those. That was the last one I played, and I never played any since, honestly, because I wasn't really big on the series. Only the older ones I liked, but I never played any of the new ones like 10, 11, and what's the newest one now? 12, I think?
No, 11.
11 is the newest one, okay. Yeah, I never played any of those. I know they're good games and everything, but honestly, I'm not really too big on Mortal Kombat series, mainly because also I don't like what's it like the too much of the crazy kills.
Too gory for you?
Too gory, I would say. Yeah, that's the word. It's like too much of those crazy kills in it.
Yeah, I remember
But,
when you saw some of the fatalities in the newest one, and you
Oh
said it was
yeah.
too gruesome for you.
Yeah, he showed me some videos of him playing like the different fatalities they have. Oh, they're so bad. You know what I do like? I do like that they brought back the friendship. I like that.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
cool
because
that
I
they
remember
brought
they
it
used to
back.
have that back then, and they also used to have the babalities or whatever, when they turn them to babies. I don't think the new ones does that. But
No, the last one to have it was Mortal Kombat that came out in 2009 or 2010.
That was the last one.
That's called Mortal Kombat 11. Came out on the PS3 and the Xbox
I don't know
360.
that one, yeah.
That one was good.
That was the
another
last one
good
that did it, right?
But since you played the old Mortal Kombat, like Mortal Kombat 3, you already know those games too. When you fight Kintaro or Goro in those old games, they were challenging.
Goro
Fighting
was
Shang
crazy.
Tsung.
Goro was crazy.
It was very annoying.
But I haven't played it. Like I said, I haven't played Mortal Kombat for a long time, But when I used to play it, oh my god, my two favorite characters. Sorry, to go topping on it, but Sub-Zero and Smoke. Love those two. Oh my god.
Yeah, for any of you who played Mortal Kombat back in the days in the arcade, you already know how annoying that was. Imagine spending so many quarters
Yes.
and you didn't complete the game, or it took you so many quarters to beat the game at the arcade. It was challenging.
It's definitely challenging. Yes. And yeah, so that's your fourth one. Damn, number 5. Man, what would number 5 be for me now? Cause I talked enough about the JRPGs. I talked a lot about with Final Fantasy 3. And about the saving and all that stuff. Oh, another thing. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna go on the JRPG again. I'm gonna stick to this one because, like I said, I love JRPGs a lot, and this is something that just came to mind just now. So for the last one, that what I hate the most in any JRPG, but yes, mostly pertaining to the old ones, is where you have to fight. When you finally get to the final boss, you gotta fight like 3 bosses, or you gotta fight 2 of his henchmen before you fight him.
Oh yes, I know exactly what you're talking
so
about.
One example is Final Fantasy 7, one of my greatest RPGs of all time. Let's say RPGs of all time. When you get to a final boss, you have to fight. No, first you got to fight his mother. You got to fight Genova first. Then you got to fight him 3 times. 3 times you got to fight him. So after Genova, you got to fight. I think Bizarro Sephiroth was the first one. Yes. Then One Winged Angel Sephiroth is the second. And then you gotta fight Sephiroth regular, like his regular form.
In the regular
Yeah. But that fight was easy. All you gotta do is beat him with Ami the Slash, and you beat the game. But you gotta fight 4 bosses at the last part of the game, and that's crazy. So just imagine that. I know there's plenty of others, but that's the only one I could really think of right, top of my head. But I know that there's plenty of other games out there, JRPGs, where before you have to fight the boss, you either have to fight 2 of their henchmen first, the right hand man or whatever. Then you gotta fight the other person. Then you gotta fight them. Or if you fight the boss, you gotta fight him once. Then he probably uses some crazy, like some crystal or something he absorbs to turn into some giant monster. You gotta fight him again. And it's, it's like, oh my god. I really hate that so much in JRPGs. I don't know. I know you don't really play much on JRPGs, so you don't really know much about that stuff. But
something I've seen, or what I remember when I played.
But you have played 7 or 8 on any of those games?
I played them and I played 9.
You played 9.
Yeah,
okay.
but I don't remember 7 too much because it was a long time.
Oh, okay. All right. So.
But also, don't you hate when the boss heals himself?
Oh, that's another thing.
That's a bonus for y'all. That's a bonus.
Yeah, that's a bonus. I really hate that in JRPGs. Oh my god. As soon as when the boss is like low on health, they heal and they're able to heal full health back, and you gotta fight all over again. Oh my god, I hate fights like that. I really do. That's so annoying. But yeah, that's crazy. And I think that's it. That's it. You have it. The top 5 with a little bonus at the end. Hope you guys are able to hear us really well because this damn cars passing and you got the damn helicopters or whatever, planes. I try to do this in a nice, like, calm, quiet environment, the best area I can find here in the park, and this is the best we can, So I hope you guys can hear, and all that good stuff. And like I said, I want to do something different. Always wanted to do a video like this and also have a, special guest on the show. My close friend, like I said, Vinood here. And
I appreciate you for having me. I've always wanted to do something like, be a part of this. And now I'm finally a part of it. And I'm glad we finally got it done.
See? Yeah, there we go. So if you guys enjoyed this with our top 5, most hated things in video games in general, like old school video games and all that good stuff. So it's been Joel, been Vinood.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Definitely. Make sure, guys, do that. All right. So I'll see you all later. Take care.